Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to quest number 3 of the Valiant EQ, and this is all about your skill champions. So you have to bring in your skill champions that can either have a really strong crit rate like Elsa Bloodstone, or somebody that can easily purify or shrug off debuffs. So your kingpins can work really well, your shield, your and somebody that has both of them. So somebody like Nick Fury would be great here. You can also use Shang-Chi. So all of the path fights are going to be super easy to deal with. If you look at the top of the screen, there's Kraven, and then there's the boss Magneto. We will talk about him in a bit. Then there's also Scream and Spider-Man 2099, and then there's Longshot and Silver Surfer. Now, the most difficult part about all of this quest is going to be the boss fight. Now, you only can use tech champions. Only for section 1, you can still bring a skill champion. I wouldn't advise that against Magneto. Now, the problem is most of your tech champions are going to be your metallic champions. And with metal champions, ability accuracy is reduced, and you are not able to parry Magneto reliably. And if that wasn't enough, there's also polka dot power. So the only way you gain power against Magneto is when you apply damage over time effects. And every 15 hits, Magneto also goes unblockable, so you have to time your hits. And finally, there is a cooldown for root. So within that root, if you're using a special attack, you are not going to be rooted. Otherwise, you're going to be rooted as well. So there's a lot going on here. So what are the best counters? To be honest, by far the best counters are going to be Shuri. Shuri is literally the best counter. And then there is Lady Deathstrike. Now, why does Lady Deathstrike work when she's already a metal champion? The reason for that is that her ability accuracy cannot be reduced. So even though she is magnetized, you can reliably parry the opponent and you can take Magneto out. Now, if you have a 7-star version and a 6-star version of Shuri and Lady Deathstrike, I would suggest you to bring both of the versions and you can easily take out the boss. Now, what happens if you don't have them? Now, there are some other options that you can use, but they are not really the most reliable ones. If you use any other options beside these, let me know in the comment section. So the first option, another option that can work is going to be a Mega Sentinel. You will see her in action on the second boss. It took me quite a while to take down Magneto with her. There's also Arcade because he's non-metallic and he applies a lot of debuffs. So if you know how to play Arcade, unlike me, and you know how to manage his debuffs, you are in for a treat. You can take out Magneto with Arcade as well. So having said that, there's also Ultron and also Jack-O-Lantern that you can use, but I would not really advise them. Use them as the last option. Now with Ultron, you can apply damage over time effects and get your bars of power, but it's going to be a long fight. And for some reason, Ultron is supposed to be ability accuracy immune, but again, he gets affected by Magneto and you're not able to reliably parry. Let me know if you had a different experience with that in the comment section if Ultron worked for you. Now the next one is Jack-O-Lantern. Now he's not the best option, but for a moment when he does apply that instant incinerate, he takes away that he takes away that protection from not being able to apply your damage over time. And if I haven't mentioned, Magneto only takes full damage if there is damage over time applied on him. So the way that works, if you're going to bring in Jack-O-Lantern, you have to play with around from the root, because you are not going to gain any power in that fight, and the root, you will be rooted, so you have to play around it. Dex it, parry it, make sure that you're unblockable, is not getting in the way of getting hit in the root. So you have to play a little more carefully when it comes to your Jack-O-Lantern. Now, having explained all of that, we are looking at the fight number 2 in section number 2. That is going to be Spider-Man 2099. Now, with Spider-Man 2099, pretty simple to deal with, and you've got a good tech skill champion that can purify the debuffs, and you can get those furies, and also some criticals go a long way. And before you know it, Spider-Man 2099 is down. Now, this is a tricky fight for me. I would not suggest to bring in Omega Sentinel. The only reason I brought her because her ability accuracy cannot be reduced, and also she can apply some debuffs. But the limitation here is that her debuffs take a bit of time. So it's a very long fight, but it's still doable. Now, the way you do this fight is you bring it with Nimrod synergy. Bring in any star level of Nimrod. So whenever Magneto is going to throw a special attack, and you evade the special attack, for every special attack evaded, you are going to apply a shock on the opponent. So the reliability of being able to parry because of not able to reduce the ability accuracy, and also being able to, with the Nimrod synergy, get those shocks on, and then with your own debuffs, if you can pause them. I had a lot of trouble with that because Magneto was throwing specials left, right, and center, so that was a bit annoying for me. If you can go with an SP2 and then with 4-hit combos to light ending combos to keep the debuffs paused, that will be great, or heavy attacks. But it was a difficult fight for me and it took quite a bit of a while. But I needed to show you guys that if you don't have an option, you can use a Mega Sentinel as well. It will take a bit of time, but you will be able to take down. And unblockable doesn't help as well, because that is annoying to deal with along with the root and the special attacks. But slowly and surely you can take him down. But then again, if you have Lady Deathstrike, or if you have Shuri in different rarity levels ranked up, just bring them in. It's much easier to deal with this Magneto with them, especially when you are class locked with tech champions. Otherwise, it's going to take quite a bit of time to take down Magneto, and he's going to deal quite a bit of damage. So, if you used any other options apart from the ones that I've mentioned, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. I think that Nimrod should also work because his ability accuracy can also now be reduced. But the problem is, I'm not sure if he will gain power because he does not have direct damage without the specials on shock. So the polka dot power will not help you. So check that out and let me know if you used him or there was any other options that will really help with everybody else who's going to attempt this one. So we are almost at the end of taking down Magneto. Now I have double speed this video and you still see how long it took me. So avoid Omega Sentinel if you can, or if you have better gameplay than me, then by all means go for it. And yeah, let me know what was your strategy with Omega Sentinel. Now once you bring him down, there are going to be 2 more fights, and into section number 3. First one is going to be Longshot. So another thing that you can do that you've noticed right here, I've just brought in a 2-star. What I usually do, I bring in a 2-star and I heal it up with a small heal potion. So the percentage HP carries on to the next fight. So I can heal up my champions on the cheap. So against Longshot, just keep him to an SP1. Don't give him that incinerate damage that can really hurt you. Just bring in a champion that can do a lot of crits. Okoye is my rank 4 Sig 200 and she does apply a lot of crits. And you can just keep Longshot to an SP1 and before you know it, you will be able to take out Longshot quite easily. Just don't push him to an SP2. Otherwise, he'll be super annoying. With all the crit buffs that you have on you, he's going to nullify them and you're going to take a lot of damage from the SP2 and you're going to die instantly. Next up is going to be Silver Surfer. Just a regulation fight. Bring in any skill champion that can purify or shrug or can do a lot of criticals. Or if you have somebody like Nick Fury or somebody like Elsa Bloodstone or Shield who can do both, that would be more amazing. Kingpin also works. So the path fights are not the trouble. The trouble is going to be the boss, and that is quite annoying to deal with, especially when all tech champions are going to be your metal champions and their ability accuracy is going to be reduced. And on top of that, you need a tech champion that can apply debuffs. So having that out of the way, here we are with Shuri. I am just going to throw in some random tech synergies. I'm just going to go in on Magneto, the final one. So Shuri makes it super easy. All you need to do is to apply your shocks and keep them active. And because you have a lot of shocks, you will always be having SP1 when you are about to be rooted. So throw that out and you should be good dealing with Magneto. Just make sure if you get rooted, just stay back. And then you can throw your SP1 again, and the criticals will also bring him down quick. Only one thing, be careful about the unblockable, because every 15 hits is going to go unblockable. So if you're about to be rooted, just stay at 14 hits. Don't go for the 15th hit and let the root timer restart, and then you can apply the 15th hit and just dance around like I am for the unblockable. So Shuri is amazing. She is probably the best counter from Magneto. So if you have her, bring her in. Now, if you haven't checked out my video how I took down all the bosses with 5 stars, check it out on my channel. And I'll be back super quick with all of those Valiant EQ 4, 5, and 6. So stay tuned for that on the channel. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day. And I'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do.